When it comes to trade with prop firms, you really only have two choices, either futures or Forex. And most of you, like me, probably are into prop firms with Forex. So in this video, I want to cover the main differences between futures and Forex and why I chose Forex back then, why I continue to choose Forex, but also why futures might be a good option to consider, especially if you're from USA. So first of all, what is futures and why is it different from Forex? So if you don't know, one of the main differences, the most important differences between Forex and futures is that futures is centralized, which means all of the orders go into one single exchange, which is the CME exchange, and all the prices are gonna be the same no matter which data feed you choose. Futures move by tick and not by points or pips, and they have a fixed amount of tick size, which is basically your spread, and some commissions. In Forex instead, you have spread, which is variable, and also commissions depending on what asset you trade. However, one important difference is that when you trade Forex, you're basically making a contract and transaction between you and the broker, depending on what broker you use. Instead, in futures, you do it with the exchange, which is very different. So in futures, the volume is very important because it is a real volume. It's the volume that goes into the exchange. While if you trade with a broker in CFDs, the volume you see, it's only the volume with that specific broker. So it's not reliable because you don't have the whole picture. That's why usually people who trade Forex, they don't really rely on volume. If your analysis involves volume, you might do your analysis on futures and then take trades on a CFD. Another extremely important difference is that futures is heavily regulated. So these prop firms will go into troubles if they don't respect their part of agreement. So in this sense, the futures prop firms are more reliable. But at the same time, I saw their evaluations, and to be honest, I knew about futures prop firm even before I started my journey in 2022 with my Forex funds. Just by reading the rules, I thought it was a little too strict for me, so I preferred to trade my personal capital back then. But when I saw my Forex fund, for example, I thought it was a very great deal to move to prop firms. Nowadays, futures are becoming popular again because of all the mess with the Forex industry and because of the whole US nation basically being banned. So let's go and see the main differences between the prop firms. All right, then let's see some of the main futures prop firms, and you can see their challenges are so different from the one in Forex, and this is why they never really attracted me. So here, first of all, you need to pay a monthly subscription, which is already something I'm not a fan of. Every month you need to pay. Then if you pass the challenge, you need to pay on top of it an activation fee, $150, which is fixed, which means if you buy a smaller size challenge, you still need to pay $150. So it's gonna have a relatively higher impact. And then maximum loss limits is like 2K. Now, they put 2K and they sell it as 50K buying power. Basically, they're selling you leverage as account size. That's so weird, in my opinion. Like here you can see 5 contracts and 50K buying power. So basically one contract is like 10K buying power. But in Forex, if you buy a 20K challenge with 10% drawdown, you have a 2,000 max loss limit. And you don't have to pay monthly, you don't need to pay activation fee. And it's just much better overall. So I don't know why futures are so much harder to pass. I don't even know if it's convenient to trade this over your own money with all these rules and costs, because the costs don't end here. But let's go one thing at a time. So here basically you need to make 3K before losing 2, $50 a month, $150 activation fee, but it's not enough to get paid. Like if you go down here, you need to have 5 winning days, and 5 winning days you need to win $200 to be considered the day as a winning day. And $200 is basically 10% of your maximum loss limit. And that's already crazy to me. Otherwise, you don't get paid. But let's go and see how their program works in details. So profit target. Also, another thing I don't like is that to understand how this works, like you really need to read all their goddamn rules because it's so hard. So another rule that they have is this consistency target, which means your best day cannot be more than 50% of your total profit. You also have daily loss limit, which they don't say what it is. I need to open and read. So daily loss limit here is 1K, basically is almost like half of your maximum or something. So why couldn't it be in the first screen? Why I need to go through all the facts basically to to understand this. I know you might tell me, well, if it's serious for you, if you're taking this serious, you're going to read all the rules, but I just don't like when I need to read in details the fine print to see if I'm going to get scammed or not. And I'm pretty sure they also don't copy you, they literally just want you to fail. So I think that remains the same between Forex and futures. This is just so much harder to make money from them. Like I remember seeing another company in futures. I don't know now if it's this one or something else. I'm not going to read all their fine print, but there is trailing drawdown. And once it reaches your initial balance, it stops trailing. And if you withdraw all your money, all your profit that you made, you basically breach the account. That's so crazy to me. This is so crazy. So this company, I absolutely don't like it. It seems so predatory. It really seems so predatory. So let's see another big company, which is Apex Trader. You probably heard of it. It's in futures again. They try to advertise themselves as pretty good, like you keep 100% of your first $25,000 and 90% after, so huge profit split. But then they have some weird rules. So let's see this challenge right here. So another trailing drawdown, which is so much harder to pass. Basically, every time you make profit, this drawdown is following you. It's like always on your neck. And even here, they advertise this as 100,000 starting capital, but in reality, the drawdown is 3K, which is like the equivalent of a 30K challenge in the Forex industry. So, and this is trailing. It's not even fixed. So much harder. There is no scaling. Oh yeah, another thing. See, they say like the challenges included Ninja Trader and real-time data feeds of some kind of value, because it's true, if you trade futures, you probably need to pay also for the platform and also for the data feed. That's another reason why back then I didn't really start trading futures, but I went into CFDs. The cost just seems so much higher. Now look at this challenge, I think it's their biggest one, 300K account. You can lose trailing threshold, $7,500. Which is still inferior to the 100K in the Forex space. Look, almost $700 a month. That is so crazy to me. And you know, these prices, I believe that back then, 5 years or so, when I was looking how to increase my capital without having a personal account, I believe these challenges, they didn't have any discount like this. Nowadays, they have like 70% discount. Otherwise, I literally think it's better to trade your own money than these challenges. And these huge discounts are so, they should make you think like how hard it is for traders to pass this challenge, that they can afford to put 70 or 80 or even 90, sometimes you even see 90% discounts over on these challenges. This is just so crazy to me. But maybe I'm missing something. Maybe you guys know something more than me in the future space. For now, I'm still gonna stick to Forex. This just makes me so weird. Like this trailing drawdown, it's so much harder. And I'm pretty sure this also is gonna have a consistency rule or something. I really don't like when companies try to make it as hard as possible for you to pass. And then actually, this is a good point here. I wanted to show you before. Each pair has its own tick size. Like S&P cannot move less than 0.25, unlike CFDs in Forex. Or Nasdaq cannot move, like the minimum movement is 0.25, which is also, by the way, the minimum spread. People don't know it. People say like, oh, there is no spread. This is the spread, tick size. When you enter, the price has to go one tick beyond your order, which is effectively one tick spread. I think when you buy and when you sell, you has to be one tick over it. So, and you get commissions on top of it. So I don't know if it's cheaper or not. I know it's more regulated and secure from that side point of view, but I don't know if it's cheaper on itself to trade. You can trade a lot of more markets with futures. Like here you can see you can trade corn, wheat, soybeans, cattle, live cattle, literally live cows. They have a price in the market, you can trade it. And maybe in this kind of market, a fundamental analysis based on the, whatever weather conditions, or if there is a parasite killing cows or something like there was with bees in Italy, there was this parasite. Maybe if you see this fundamental stuff, you can do some speculation, some speculative trades and make some money on top of it. So I think these kind of markets are more influenced into fundamental analysis. I think you can trade them also with just price action, but I also think fundamental here, it makes so much more sense than currencies, for example. So here there's another company, which is a 10K valuation, which is very little in Forex. End of day trailing maximum drawdown is 1K, so the equivalent in Forex. But in Forex, you can just buy a challenge. Here, you need to pay monthly, and you have a trailing drawdown, and you have minimum 10 trading days. But I think this is just phase one. You don't have two phases like in Forex. So the 10K challenge is actually decent, meaning like you pay for a 10K account, you get 1K trailing drawdown. And I don't say it's decent, I mean comparatively to others, because here, for the one of 50K, you get only a 2K drawdown. Literally you get, look how they behave. Like they call this challenge 50K, and this challenge 10K, but the end of the drawdown only doubles, while their names quintuple, becomes 5 times bigger. I just don't like this kind of marketing. I just don't like it. And then there is last company I want to show you, My Family Futures. They also have the same trailing drawdown. I just don't understand why they have trailing drawdown, while in Forex there isn't. As the model of Forex works, like companies make money, a lot of money, like you've seen with my Forex funds. I don't know why they have trailing drawdown. I just don't like it that this drawdown is following me. Activation fee, literally if you pass a challenge, you need to pay on top of it. I just don't like this model. It makes me feel they're trying to squeeze everything out of me and make it as hard as possible. Maybe it's just me. But for now, I'm not considering futures at all. Luckily, I'm not from USA, so I'm more secure to trade with Forex firms. But even Forex firms are, something happened recently, which I might share in a future video. One firm, really known firm, did something very bad to me, which I might share in a video. They don't even reply back. So this industry is, I don't know, it's becoming so weird and so scammy. I don't know. Anyway, if you're from USA and if you think those rules are not that bad, you can trade these companies without worrying. I don't think they can. If you follow the rules, the rules are really hard, but I think if you follow them, they cannot say, no, technically this and that, and just have to pay you. Forex firms, they literally can breach your account and not tell you why, and you can't do anything. So here there is more stability, but I just hope they could remove this damn trading drawdown, because if they remove it, I probably will join them. Otherwise, as they are right now, I don't know. I need to look better maybe into all the rules, but even here, like, I just want to, take a challenge and trade. I don't want to read all the rules and be scared that have I understood all of them correctly? Have I missed anything? What can they think to ban me or not to pay me? Like, that's so crazy. I don't want to have this additional stress besides trading itself. So yeah, this is all for this video. I just want to give you guys my opinion in these futures against Forex prop firms. And for me personally, again, I will continue going with Forex prop firms, and then in future either they will improve the futures prop firms, and then I might consider them, or I will have to read all the rules and really understand what the hell they want from me, because at first glance, this is not something I would like to go with. These weird prices, weird monthly fee subscriptions. I even read in someone that I need to pay for my platform. I need to pay a monthly fee from the platform itself. And huge discounts, like 90, sometimes up to 90% discounts. So once again, this is my opinion, and that's all for this video.